My name is Dr. Parul Haribhai. I've been in private practice for now 4.5 years. I was MEG when Brian was doing consulting. So I consulted with him on how to start from ground zero. So after I utilized his services, then MEG Academy came into play. So I've signed up for that and I've been with them since then. I was just literally on the internet trying to find consultants, and Brian popped up and I had an interview with him and decided to go with his services. And then after I opened up, the transition was to MEG Academy. I knew nothing, and so I was looking for all support. Literally from what size of clinic would be good, the setup inside, to definitely what staff I should have, and then how to literally start running the clinic from day one. So what procedures I needed to have in place for day one, what did I need to have? And Meg and Brian were extremely helpful in all of that. Oh, tremendous support. I mean, Brian is so knowledgeable that he had everything laid out. I followed it from day one, but even before opening up, I mean, the meetings we had to get to that point were extremely helpful. Everything was, like I said, very organized. I'm an organized person, so I like organization. And so there were organized files, but this was before MEG Academy, so he had to give those to me. Anything, every form, every doctor's letter, every kind of marketing piece of information I had. And that made me feel very confident to start. So I had heard from talking to other private practice owners in my town that, outsourcing was the way to go. So I knew from the start I was not going to have anybody in-house. And after going through MEG with Brian, it just seemed like a natural fit to just go along with somebody who already knows me a little bit, help me set up my clinic. And, the rates were very comparable to industry standards, and I really didn't need to shop around. And so it just seemed like a natural fit. MEG Billing, again, suits me because of the organization. So I have monthly meetings with my billing officer. She has everything laid out, how many visits, what was collected, what is AR, nothing is hidden. And between the two monthly meetings, we're in constant communication for anything that might be needed. So if she doesn't have a piece of information, she emails my front desk and CCs me on the email, so I'm always aware of what's going on. She's always on top of things, and that helps us stay on top of things. So when she sends out an email, we need to respond to it. And everything is very streamlined. I have not run into any problems because of the open. I think that's the key, is the constant and open communication that billing has with my office, my front desk, and with myself. My practice was awarded #1 best clinic in El Paso for physical therapy, and I truly attribute this success to MEG because of the way my clinic started, the way it was set up, the organization, and my staff. The expectations my staff has from me that I learned from MEG shows and is portrayed out from the way they greet the patients, to the way collections are done, to scheduling, to just total satisfaction for the patients. Having a #1 practice is a package deal. They have to really feel comfortable with the front desk person and really feel comfortable with all the procedures and the policies, and they do. The compliments I get on my front desk person, sky high every single day. They tell me how wonderful she is. And that is because of what she has learned from MEG Academy. From the way the MEG Academy is structured, it is organized for someone like me who has never been a CEO of a company. It's invaluable. It literally takes you step by step by step. And I felt like, it's a no-brainer on if you follow what is written or what is instructed, then it just leads to success. I'll go with billing. The ease with which payments started coming in and how streamlined it was after I was set up after a few months, that has been the best thing I've had, and mostly because I've had no hitches or roadblocks with that, because that is something #1. Without any income or money coming in, I cannot run. Do not try to do it yourself. There is too much to learn that we do not learn in PT school. and to look for something like MEG Academy and work with Brian. The experience I have had has been nothing short of extremely positive and educational, and it was well worth every penny that I put towards it. I wouldn't even dream of a second location if I didn't have MEG Academy and MEG services, because again, knowing that what I don't know right now is there in that training, and a second location is very different than a startup location, and I know that, and I truly would not do it. I work best when I can learn from somebody, when somebody tells me this is how it's supposed to be done, and then I put my own spin to it and I stay very organized. But I need that initial guidance. Knowing that I have MEG in my back pocket at any time is the only reason, literally. In addition to like some financial gain too of having a second location, but it's that I have the confidence to be able to go and start it.